Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So what I'm going to do today, right? I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic that's the Salesforce CMS. Now, what is the CMS, right? It's a content management system. So when you talk about CMS in Salesforce space, it's usually referred as hybrid content management system. I'll tell you what hybrid content management system is in a second. So, what is the purpose of CMS, first of all, right? You must be asking that question. So, using CMS, right, or in other words, the content management system, you can create, edit, organize, and manage your digital content from a centralized location. And then you can also share that content by publishing your content to channels like, Experience Cloud, marketing email, e-commerce site, any name, and so on, right? Okay, so now coming to the initial question, what is a hybrid CMS, right? Because the hybrid CMS, in simple terms, means you can create a content and extend it to any channel built on Salesforce. That's exactly what it means. So the channel I already mentioned a few seconds ago, that is your e-commerce site or your community portal or your marketing email. Yeah. So that's in a nutshell what Salesforce CMS is about. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you how to set up an app, create a content, and then we can publish it and view that using a community portal or Experience Cloud portal, right? Which is nice and simple. Okay, so when you talk about CMS, right, Salesforce CMS, you normally refer to a few things. First of all, the digital experience app, which we're going to look at in a second. And then we have a CMS workspace. So CMS workspace, the main job of CMS workspace is to create and organize your content. Okay, so that's in simple nutshell. So you can also have a granular control over who is creating content and where is shared. This all can be done using CMS workspace. Each workspace can have its own contributors, translation language, settings, channels, content, and folders. Right? You can have a folder, and folder has a content, or sometimes CMS workspace may not have a folder, and you have content directly sitting on it. So you can create a separate CMS workspace to differentiate internal and external information, right? So, and then you have CMS channel, as I mentioned, publishing to different channel. So in our current example, right, what I'm going to do, I will publish to the site, the Experience Cloud site, which I built, and as you've already seen that, right, in the previous episode. So before diving into the CMS, right, you must be asking, is that a free option on the Salesforce space? Not really, though, because it's not a free product. So as you can see the content thingy here, you can see that it's included in Experience Cloud purchases, right? So when you buy it, you will get this one. So, but that being said, it's always good to talk to the Salesforce account director or whoever it is your company is getting involved, especially for an enterprise org, right? It might cost a lot of money. So that's the reason why it's always good to talk to someone who's looking after the account, right? So yeah, or if you want, you can come here and read about it, right? So that's the one reason why I wanted to talk about the licensing stuff, because it's not free. So okay, so what I'll do, the first thing first, I logged into org. You can use your trailer org if you want, or you can use your own personal developer org, whichever you feel is convenient. Okay, so come to this tic-tac-toe icon here. What I'll do so digital experience. Okay, so I'll go to digital experience, and I realized, and you'll come here. I'm doing this for the first time in this org, and you'll realize, okay. So I'll say don't show this message. I'm not interested. Then I do select no items, And you was wondering what the heck is going on. It's supposed to see workspace, supposed to see the channels. Why I'm not seeing all of it? That's because you don't have an access. Your tab setting needs to be changed. So what I'll do, I'll go to the setup here, right? And I'll go to the profiles. And obviously I'm a sysadmin profile, so I'll go to the sysadmin. So because by default you don't have this tab options enabled or default on for sysadmin, so I wish Salesforce would have done that, but for whatever reason they haven't. And if you can't see this app, sometimes what happens, you go here and try to see digital experience and you won't be able to see it. That is, oh man, this is, I don't like this look and feel. User something, management setting. I forgot something called interface. There are a lot of options in Salesforce. Sometimes I don't remember at the top of my head. Not this one. Okay, I'll just talk to the user. Yeah, this one. So what I'll do, I want the enhanced profiles, user interface, because I hate that bloody interface what we have in place. So that's great. I'll refresh the page and then I'll go back to the profiles, right? And I'll go here and I'll go to some sysadmin. Okay, yeah, this is the one I'm after. Okay, because I hate the previous interface. That's yucky. Right. Okay. So what I'll do. So like I said, if you don't have access to that app, you can come to assign apps and see if your profile have access to it. Right. So for some reason, if you don't have, like for instance, this one don't have access to it, so you can come and enable it. So in this case, it's the digital experience. So obviously I have access to it. That's why I could see it. Um, so what I'll do, I'll go back and I'll go to object settings, and what I'll do, I'll search for CMS channels. Okay, and I edit. See, the tab is hidden. And what I'll do, I'll say default on, save, and then I'm after something called object settings, the workspace, because obviously I wanted to see the workspace, right? So I'll do CMS, and I will say CMS workspace, and I will say edit. I mean, you might have the same issue when you're trying to configure for the first time, so that's the reason why I'm showing you everything. I mean, if you know how to do that, you can skip the session. Then all side, there's something called all side. Okay, so obviously I wanted to see all side, right? Under that, and default on, save. I think that's pretty much it. So I'll refresh it, and then what I'll do, I will go back to the digital experience. Hopefully I'll be able to see it now. Right, you can see all the stuff. Wait, hang on. Hang on a second. Oh, come on. It's just annoying. I hate it when it just started causing annoyance. Yeah, you can see now, right? So I can see the all side. If I look at the all side, so this is the side I published it, right? So what I'm interested into is the CMS workspace. So I come here. Okay, so obviously I don't have any workspace here, so I'll do add workspace. And so obviously, so what I'll do, I will say support workspace and support workspace, right? Um, you can you can use this one, or if you wanted to, um, You want enhanced CMS workspace, you can use this as well. For now, I'll use a simple one. And which channel you want to publish, you can. Right now in my org, right, I don't have any e-commerce thing configured. So I mean, if you wanted to publish to multiple channels, you can do that. Or sometimes what happens, right? You create a workspace, you create a content, right? You want your content to be published to say two sites. Let's say you have five sites configured, right? Or you have marketing email and you have marketing cloud, you have e-commerce site, and let's say, and you have three sites. Let's say you want this content to be published only to two sites, and you don't want anything to do with the e-commerce or for the marketing cloud, so you can do that. Let's say you have another content where you want to publish only to e-commerce, you can do that as well. So everything is centralized and it's pretty easy. You don't have to write a code, right? So I'll pick this option and do next. And the user, if you wanted to add contributors, you can do that. I got none, so I'm not gonna bother with it at this stage. And the language, I can put English. I'll put German. My wife will be pretty excited because she always say, "Hey, you make a content, you don't never put anything German on it." Well, all right, I'll do that today. Whatever. So default language, English. So I'll do next, um, and then just do done. Fantastic, right? So now you have an option. You can create a folder and you can add a content inside that folder, right? Just to make it nice, neat and easy. So let's create a folder, and let's say support folder, right? And because I like to arrange the stuff properly, so I will go inside the folder, right? And then I'll say add content. Now you can see three content type here: document, image, and news. But if you want to use the more, then you can use the free tool from App Exchange. You can create a custom content type, as you can already see, right? So for now, I'm not interested in it. So you can you can also do like a document, or you can create an image. You can create a news. You can embed the image to the other content type. That's also possible, right? So maybe you wanted to send out a newsletter or whatever, right? So you can do that. So I'll do the document. Just gonna be writing some dummy stuff, right? Uh, Actually, no, I don't want a document, right? What I want is I wanted to create a news. I'm not uploading anything from anywhere. Okay, so Chat GPT versus Lambda AI. Okay, let's Google it. I'll put it Chat GPT versus Lambda AI. I don't know what the difference is. I haven't played with it, but I found this article. I'll copy paste, right? So I'm not plagiarizing it, but I'm just saying. Okay, so I'll copy this. Yeah, it just this guy's article at infroy.com. So shout out to that person. So just yeah. So this is just for a demo. I'm not using it for anything else, right? Um, so this guy today. So I just wanted to credit this person. I'm just using it for the free stuff. Okay, so this is just I've added. Let's say I wanted to show this article to the support person, right? Be like a silly example, but whatever. Save draft. Okay, and after I save the draft, I want to publish it. Okay, I publish it. Okay, so I publish this content. Now I want this content to be displayed in an Experience Cloud site, right, which I built. How to do that? It's pretty simple. So what I'll do, so like I said, you can create an image, and you can embed the image here, like the banner image. You can do that. No problem with that, right? You can also create a document. You can upload the document, or you can also create a custom type, right? Okay. So what I'll do, and I'll go to the Experience Cloud. The reason why I don't want it to show the e-commerce, right? Because this is not an e-commerce tutorial. It is an Experience Cloud tutorial. So it doesn't make any sense for me to explain to the e-commerce. When I do the e-commerce series, I'll talk about that. So I'll go to Setup, all right? And I'll go to Site. Um, oh, right. All site. And what I'll do, I'll go to the builder, right? So builder is all I'm after. And I'll go to the okay, reload page. Don't know why it wants me to reload, but whatever. Okay, go to the freaking home page. Okay, and then there's no component. I don't want this one, delete it. So what I'll do, I'll drag and drop that thingy here, which I built. That content here on the homepage. I know this is a very poor design, but I just wanted to show you how this thing works. Maybe let's I want this to be displayed at the top of the page so that who customer, the support team can look at it and say, okay, because so many questions we're getting from a client, so they can ask them to look at the homepage. Yep. So I'll do CMS. We got a lot of things. You got CMS Connect. So CMS Connect is a different topic. It's an interesting topic, but I'm not going to talk about it at this stage. CMS collection, CMS HTML. So I'm just after the CMS single item. Okay. Okay. Now you must be thinking, right? Now I drag and drop. Now what? Okay. I wanted to link that content here. So I'll do add content. See, this is there. Okay. Now, all right. Now you must be wondering, okay, where is it? Okay. All right. Go to content layer. All right. So there's something called field mappings, which is very powerful. I'll show you how. Headline, title, yeah, and subheadings, body. That's all I'm after. Yeah. And I just change it to this one. Maybe this doesn't look good or whatever. Where the heck is it gone? Yuck. That's not really good. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah, this seems okay. Or as you can see, right, I have a very pathetic eye for design. I'm glad I'm not a UX designer. Then you will see ugly websites getting built. I really don't have an eye for design. I acknowledge that, right? I'm not hiding that. And some people have really good eye for design. So yeah. So okay, Chat GPT Lambda, right? This will work. Whatever. Okay. Now I will preview it. Oh yeah, see the content what I've built, right? I can actually display it on the page, which is pretty fantastic, right? Let me publish it, right? And let me log in as another user to see if I can see it, right? Obviously, I'm an admin, so obviously I can see it. So what I'll do, I'll close it. I'll close it. Um, let's go to the contact. Remember that guy? What's his name? Jack. We can log in as an experienced cloud side user. Jack Rogers, right? Favorite name. I mean, I used to have a boss named Jack. Pretty amazing guy. He's a Canadian. I used to work with. Pretty amazing. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Canadians, to be honest. Very nice people. Very easy to work with. I mean, I'm being fortunate, right? I have an opportunity to work with great people in my life, and Canadians are one of them. So, big shout out to you if Canadians out there. That being said, Kiwis are amazing too, right? I mean, my boss is pretty amazing. So, and the companies I run, I'm my own boss, so I can't say amazing or not. I have to ask the people who work for me. Um, so log into experience as a user. Um, oh yeah, what? Oh no, man, what the heck? Something changed. Oh, I think something I mucked up other day. Okay, let's log in. Let's see. I might have somebody to log in as. Seems like it's not working. Andy Forbes. All right. Finally, I think I can log in. That's all that matters. Home. Oh yeah, you can see it, right? So you can see that I've shared the content. Um, it's centralized, right? Because the CMS content I created there and I've shared it. Um, I might have another site which I don't want it to share. You won't be able to see it. So that's how cool Salesforce CMS is, right? As you can see, right, it's pretty amazing, pretty easy to use. You might, find you might get an opportunity maybe in your company to build this one. This is pretty easy, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in today's episode. I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. Adios.